Welcome to your practice today. Thank you for joining me. It's always just such a gift to be able to do this with you. And I so appreciate you guys taking time to be here with me and to practice and to cultivate this kind of energy, especially given our times. It's so important that we maintain this kind of connection to ourselves and to one another. So thank you very much. As you guys are ready, you can come on in, find a comfortable seat on your mat. As we come down, I want you guys to find a comfortable seat. So if you have a cushion, maybe you take the cushion and place it underneath your spine. You can come to sit cross-legged. You can come to sit back on your heels. What's important here is that we just find a way to ground down with the body parts that are touching the earth and then lift up along the spine. So you want to think nice long length as the crown of your head reaches up towards the ceiling. And as we start to ground down in our lower body, we can use our breath to start to anchor down, to start releasing any tension, and to just find ourselves here in this space, in this moment. So begin to deepen your breath as you feel comfortable, getting rid of any micro movements. Maybe you want to just rotate the ankles or wriggle the fingers and the toes. Anything that you need to do to get yourself to a place of stillness as we come to connect with our breath here. Relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. Beginning to feel that opening across the chest area here as we expand across the collarbones. As we allow the breath to deepen, we can really start to feel this opening across the chest, an expansion in the rib cage. Deepening the breath here by lengthening the inhale and lengthening the exhale. You can close your eyes down if you feel comfortable for these few moments as we begin our practice. Taking time to land on our mats, to land in this space and just be present in this moment. Inhaling deeply in through the nose and exhaling deeply out through the nose. Giving yourself permission to relax here. And as we move through our practice today, use the breath to relax and release any tension. Use the breath to keep your focus and to stay present. I'm going to guide you through a few rounds of breath count. As we've been practicing in our classes, we've been doing this breath count to the inhale of 5 and the exhale of 5. So if you'd like to join me, you can come ahead now as you inhale nice and deep to the count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now just take a big inhale. Exhale, let it all out. Release the count. And now we're going to bring a little bit of movement to our breath. So as we begin, we're going to inhale, lift the arms out towards opposite sides of the room. Palms are facing up. And relax the shoulders here. Relax those knees open if you're sitting cross-legged. And again, lengthen up through the spine. On the inhale, we're gently just going to bring the palms together. Inhale. Begin to interlace the fingers. Press the palms away for an exhale. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. And then exhale and float the hands down. Excellent. Once again, inhale, bringing the palms together. Interlacing the fingers. Exhale, push the palms away. Inhale, lengthen the arms overhead. And exhale and release. Beautiful. Twice more. Inhale, palms together. Exhale, press the palms away. Inhale, lift the arms overhead. Exhale, release the hands down. And one more time. Beautiful work, everyone. Let's place our hands to our knees. Again, maybe giving ourselves a few shoulder rolls here. Taking the shoulders up to the ears and back. And then bringing the shoulder rolls forward. Beginning to loosen up in the shoulders and the neck area. We'll relax those shoulders down. And let's begin to draw some circles with the nose, with the tip of the nose. Just a few neck rolls to really waken up. If you've just gotten out of bed not too long ago, we really want to be gentle with the neck. It's a very sensitive area. We'll take the circles the opposite way when you feel ready. Again, continuing to breathe nice and deep. When you're ready, just come back to the center. And from here, we're going to place our right hand down. We're going to inhale, reach the left arm up and over as we tip over to the right. Just using this hand to ground us down here, opening up the chest and feeling that expansion with the breath. Big inhale. Exhale, let's release the hand down. We're going to inhale the opposite arm up and over, tipping over to the left, reaching through the fingers. We're grounding down through the hips. Open up that chest. Rotate the chest toward the ceiling. Take a big breath in. Exhale, release. And let's begin to move through those side bends. Reaching the left arm open over for a breath. Inhale. Exhale, release. Opposite arm comes up and over. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release. And once more on each side. Inhale, reaching up and over, opening that chest. Exhale to release. And once more. Excellent work, everybody. We'll bring our hands to the front of the knees. We'll do a few sitting cat-cows. So on the inhale, I want you to lift your heart, lift the chin, and maybe take your gaze up toward the ceiling. But don't crane your neck, okay? So don't pull that head all the way up. Just a soft gaze up. And then as you exhale, you're going to bring the shoulders forward, round the spine, and drop the chin to the chest. Feeling that rounding in the upper back here. Maybe you feel a stretch between the shoulder blades. Let's keep moving like this. Inhaling, lifting the heart, lifting the gaze. Feeling the neck start to waken up. And then exhale, round. So using your breath and moving with your own pace, you inhale to open up into cow, and you exhale to round into cat. We'll do a few more rounds. Excellent. Coming to stillness, we're going to do a few barrel rolls. So beginning to rotate the chest forward and then back around. Again, you can feel that cat-cow sort of movement here as you push the chest open and then round the spine as you come back. And then we'll take the circles the opposite way, pushing the chest forward, rounding in the back. Just waking up the spine here, starting to get some fluidity in the hips. And as you feel ready, you can come back to stillness. And we're just going to take a gentle fold forward. So walking the hands forward here, keeping the hips grounded. We'll place the hands or the forearms on the ground and bow your head and your chest towards the earth. As you're here, maybe you feel that expansion in the back side of the body on every deep inhale. And let all of the tension go with your exhale. As you're ready, we'll press into the hands and begin to walk the torso back up. Remove any cushions or any blocks you have from underneath you, and we're going to meet in tabletop position. So coming onto all fours here, we'll spread the palms wide and place the wrist directly underneath the shoulders. Knees are underneath the hips, hip-width distance apart, and you can tuck the back toes or you can keep the tops of the feet on the ground. When you're here, I want you to think about pressing up and away from the ground. So this is me sort of just hanging out with the belly hanging out. And then this is the engagement. Do you see the difference? You can take a little peek up at me, hanging out, engagement. Okay, so we pull that belly up and in, and we keep the back as flat as we can. Now with the hands, I want you to really press down into all 10 fingers. So you really grip onto the earth here. And if it's suitable for you, see if you can visualize opening up a jar with your hands. So you're getting sort of an external rotation there. Okay? If that doesn't land with you, just leave it alone, no problem. We're finding each other on all fours here, and we're going to come to a hovering tabletop. So tuck the toes, lift the knees, pull the belly up, take the gaze down between the hands, and just hold and breathe here. We're going to begin to build a little bit of heat in the body. We're going to press away from the ground to lift the body away from the earth. Take one more big breath in. Exhale, lower the knees down and sit back. Sink the hips back for child's pose. Reach the arms forward, drop the chest towards the ground, and take a few deep breaths in here. As you're ready, we're going to get back up into our tabletop position. Wrists underneath shoulders, knees are hip-width distance apart. Again, lifting the body away from the ground. We press into the toes and lift the knees to hover. This is our hovering tabletop here, building strength in the core and beginning to warm up the body from the inside. Taking some nice deep breaths in through the nose. Exhale, release it all out and hold for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Lower it down, sink the hips back, a few breaths in child's pose. Beautiful. From here, once more, we're going to come into our tabletop, and when you're ready, you can find that pressure into the hands, lifting the knees, and finding your hovering tabletop. Pulling the belly up and in here, we hold, building strength in the arms, visualizing those hands opening up that jar. You can really feel that grip on your mat. Keeping the back as flat as you can, holding for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. We'll lower the knees down, press back, take a breath in child's pose once more. From here, we're going to rise back up and we're going to find our plank position. So we'll begin on our knees, taking our knees back a little bit slightly from the hips. Again, shoulders are stacked over wrists, and this time you want to create a nice flat back, okay? So rather than your hips being up in the air, see if you can sink your hips down, create a nice long line from the tailbone out through the crown of the head, and just pull the belly up and in here. If you'd like, you can come into your full plank by lifting those knees up and creating a nice flat back. Pressing away from the ground again, we feel that navel lift up toward the spine. And again, building that heat, using the breath to help relieve any tension. If you're beginning to shake, no problem, just welcome that. That's your life force, your vitality. Breathe it on in, enjoy it. And now if you'd like to come with me, you can find a little sway forward and back. Let's get comfortable in this position, okay? A lot of strength and heat building, but we can find fluidity, moving forward and back on the toes. Nice work. If your knees are up, let's take the knees down And then we're going to bend the elbows and lower the front body all the way down to the ground. As we bring our belly to the floor, we find our hands by our rib cage. We're going to come into a little back bend, a little cobra. So hands are right by the rib cage. The elbows are pulling in towards your side. And let's just gently lift the chest, lift the gaze forward. Just a little bit of a back bend here. You can start to feel your lower back turned on. Press the tops of your feet down into the ground and press your pubic bone down. See if that helps you lift a little bit more. Breathing. One more big breath in. Exhale and release the head down. You can place your forehead on your hands for a moment and a breath. Beautiful. We'll come again to a cobra. So bringing those hands by your rib cage. We find our elbows drawing in towards the torso. And you can press down ever so gently into those hands and begin to lift the chest. Rolling those shoulders down and back. Maybe you press a little bit more and lift your chest a little bit higher. Pressing down into the tops of the feet and the pubic bone. Feeling that squeeze in the lower back. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. One more big inhale. Exhale and release. Excellent work, everybody. From here, keeping the knees down or tucking your toes, we're going to come back into a plank. So we press into the hands and lift the body away from the ground. So you're either here or you're here. Finding that length from the tip of the tailbone out through the crown of the head. We're going to transition into our first downward dog. So everybody, let's bend the knees generously and begin to lift your hips up toward the ceiling. Pressing into the hands, we lengthen the arms and press the chest back. Now you can keep the knees bent as much as feels good for you, okay? You can walk your feet in if that's better, and you can keep your knees down and come to child's pose if that even feels better for you. Lots of options here. Finding ourselves in a downward dog or whatever modification suits you. Let's find a little bit of movement, maybe bending one knee and the other. We really want to press into those hands and lengthen the spine here. The heels don't have to come to the ground, okay? So bending the knees, maybe we place the heels down and sway the hips a little side to side. Relaxing the crown of the head towards the earth, we push the chest towards the top of the thighs. Your gaze is at the toes, at the feet. And let's find a little bit of stillness. Really feeling our way into the posture here. Feeling the extension in the arms, the stretch in the shoulders, maybe the stretch in the back of the legs. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale. One more big breath. Exhale. Let's bend the knees generously. Take your gaze up toward the hands and begin to walk up towards your palms, okay? Using as many steps as it takes to get there, we're coming into our forward fold. So you can bring the feet hip width distance apart, or you can bring the big toes together and just let the front body drape over the legs. Maybe finding a little sway here. Keeping the knees bent as much as feels good. You want to keep the knees bent even just a little bit. We never want to lock out and hyperextend, right? So we press down into all four corners of those feet. Find some gentle movement and some deep breathing here. As you're ready, coming to stillness, we're going to inhale and allow the fingers to drag up along the shins, coming to a halfway lift or a flat back. So the crown of the head is reaching out toward the horizon and we roll the shoulders back. Breathe into the back of the legs here. Feel all four corners of the feet. One more big inhale. Exhale and release. Beautiful. Twice more, moving a little bit faster with the breath. We inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. One more time. Inhale, lift up halfway. Fingers can stay on the ground or on your shins. Exhale and fold. And this time we're going to take a big breath in, press all the way up to standing. As the arms come with us, we reach the arms overhead and bring them back down through the heart center. Releasing the arms by our side, we find our first mountain pose. So pressing down into all four corners of those feet, you really want to feel nice and stable. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Lift the front of your heart and begin to breathe nice and deep in here. Let's ground down for a few moments. If you'd like, you can inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bend the elbows and cactus the arms back. Bringing a little movement to the upper body. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cactus. And one more time, big inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Beautiful work. This time, everybody, let's inhale, reach the arms up. And then we're going to fold forward. Taking a dive with the head coming towards the earth. We inhale into a halfway lift. Crown of the head reaches out to the horizon. And exhale and fold. We'll step the right leg back here and lower the right knee. Finding a low lunge. The top of the foot can come down or the toes can stay tucked. You can keep your fingers down or you can inhale, lift the chest, lift the torso. Let's bring our front knee to stack directly over the ankle. And if you'd like, you can reach the arms overhead. Now imagine you have a big beach ball. You want to keep space between those hands. Relax the shoulders down and lengthen up through the spine. Starting to feel that strength in the legs here, we press down into the big toe of the front foot to keep our balance. And see if you can draw this left leg in toward the hip socket. The right hip draws forward and we square those hips. Nice work, everybody. Big deep breaths in here. Inhale. Exhale. One more big breath in. Exhale. We're going to release the hands down, placing the right hand to the inside of the left foot. And we're going to come in for a low lunge twist. Opening the left hand up towards the ceiling. We twist the torso towards the knee. If you'd like, you can tuck the back toes and lift the back knee for a runner's lunge twist. Now continue to pull this left leg back in toward the hip, opening up, expanding across the chest. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, release the hand down, and we're going to bend the back knee, step the back foot up. Finding ourselves in a forward fold, we inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale and fold. And this time we step the left foot back and lower the left knee. We'll find our low lunge on the opposite side, either top of the foot down or toes tucked. You can rise up with me if you feel comfortable, reaching that beach ball overhead, spreading the fingers, stacking the front knee over the ankle, and we draw that right leg back into the hip socket. You can even take your thumb to the hip crease and actively pull it back so you can feel that squareness across the front of the hips. Relax the shoulders, open up across the chest. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. One more, pressing into the big toe of the front foot. Exhale, release the hands. Left hand comes to the inside of the right foot, and we open and twist, lifting the right arm. Now, take a little check here. Is this bottom shoulder trying to round in? See if you can open it up. Rotate it outwards. Stay nice and broad across the chest. Maybe you pick up the back knee, pressing the back heel away as you come into a twisted runner's lunge. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, release. We'll bend the back knee and step the back foot up. We'll inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. Exhale, bring the hands together down through heart center. Nice work. Let's continue on this journey. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. We step the right leg back Either lowering the back knee or keeping it lifted, we find our runner's lunge. Lifting the arms overhead. If your back knee is lifted away from the ground, see if you can really press into that back heel. Lengthening the back leg. Drawing that left leg into the hip socket, we find our strength, find our stability here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale. Let's begin to release the right arm down. We're going to take this back foot, turn the toes out and lower the heel down towards the ground. Finding our warrior two. The arch can be in line with the front heel, or you can step the back foot out or over, however feels good for you, okay? Front knee stays over the front ankle, and when you're ready, you can open the arms up to either side. So it's not about how deep you go into the pose, okay? If this feels good for you and you're up here, beautiful. If you want to come up against a wall, bring your back up against the wall for support, great idea, okay? Now press into the pinky toe edge of the back foot and relax the shoulders. Finding some peace and some calm in the strength. Maybe a little bit of shake, just breathe into it. Big inhale. Exhale. Now from here, we're gonna lower the right arm and just lift the left arm up and back as we come into peaceful warrior, reverse warrior. See if your knee has shifted position, making sure it stays right over that front ankle. And then maybe you take your gaze up towards the fingers, expanding across the front body. One more big breath. Exhale, let's cartwheel the hands down toward the front foot. Lift the back heel. Now from here, you can lower the back knee or keep it lifted. We're gonna plant the hands and step back into a plank. Okay, so you're in full plank or half plank here. Keeping the back nice and long, we draw the belly up and in. Now remember how we were shifting on those hands? See if you can shift a little bit forward and then bend the elbows and lower your front body down towards the ground. We find our cobra. Hands are by our rib cage. We roll the shoulders back and down and we lift the chest. Taking an inhale, exhaling to release. Tuck the toes, keep the knees down or lift them up as you press back up into plank. And then we're gonna push and lift the hips back for downward dog. Heels are lowering down towards the earth. You keep your knees bent if that feels good, okay? Lengthening the arms, we press the chest towards the top of the thighs and relax the head down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. From here, we're going to bend the knees lots and lots. Take the gaze up towards the hands and step the feet forward. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale and fold. This time we're going to step the left foot back. You can lower the back knee or keep it lifted as you find your high lunge. Reaching the arms up overhead, remembering that big beach ball, we separate the hands and we find our strength here. Right leg draws back into the hip socket and you play with the stance of that back foot, making sure your feet are not on a tightrope, okay? They're on railroad tracks here. So getting your grounding, let's take one more big breath in. Exhale, release, and we're gonna move into our warrior two. Dropping the back heel, opening the toes up. We release the left hand down and back. Right arm reaches forward. And maybe you adjust your stance. The back arch can be lined up with the back of the front heel, or you can step it out wider. Finding some grounding, some stability here. Let's see if we can stack our shoulders directly over our hips. Keeping that belly engaged by pulling the navel in, we reach out to opposite sides of the room, relaxing the shoulders. Do you feel some heat building in your body? Beautiful. Breathe into it. And from here, we're going to come into our peaceful warrior, releasing the left hand down. We reach the right fingers up and back, opening up across the front side body, maybe taking the gaze up, feeling that deep stretch in the back leg, pressing down into the back foot. One more big breath in. Exhale and release the hands back towards the ground. You'll step back for your plank. Inhale to shift forward. Exhale to release the front body. Hands are by the rib cage, and you inhale to lift the chest. Cobra. Exhale, release. Tuck the toes, press back up into a plank. Exhale, downward dog. Heels reach toward the earth. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees generally and step up towards the hands. Excellent work. Let's inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. Arms come overhead. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Stay with it, everyone. We inhale, reach up. We exhale and fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Step the right foot back. Knee down or knee up. We lift up into our high lunge, our crescent lunge. Hands reach overhead. Lots of strength building from the ground up. Take a big breath in. Exhale, begin to turn the back toes as we find our warrior two. Back toes are towards the long edge of the mat. Front knee over the ankle. Relax the shoulders. Press into the pinky toe edge of that back foot, okay? Keep it nice and stable. Beautiful work. Shoulders are stacked over hips. We breathe in nice and deep. Exhale, peaceful warrior. Left hand comes up and back. Right arm drops down. We take our gaze up, opening up the front body, feeling that strength in the front leg here. You're so powerful. Just breathe into it. Big inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, coming back to warrior two. Reaching out to the corners, the sides of the room. We inhale and reach forward with that left hand. From here, we're going to release the hand down towards the ground, or maybe the arm comes towards the top of the thigh. You can reach the right arm directly overhead, or maybe it goes a little bit by the ear. Reaching the fingers towards the side of the room, we find ourselves in extended angle pose. You can take this hand down to the ground or a block. Pressing into the big toe of the front foot, we ground down, and pressing into the pinky toe edge of the back foot. Feeling our strength here. One more big breath in. Exhale, release the hands down. Lift the back heel and step back for plank. Inhale to shift forward. Exhale to lower the front body. Inhale to lift the chest. Press down into the tops of the feet and the pubic bone. Exhale, release. Tuck the toes, press up into plank. Press back for downward dog. Take a big breath in here. Bend the knees, take the gaze up towards the hands and step the feet up. Excellent work. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. We step the left leg back this time. Front knee over the ankle. We ground down to lift up, crescent lunge. Reaching the arms overhead, drawing the right leg back in the socket. Beautiful, opening up and expanding that chest. Take one more big breath in and find your warrior two. Turning the toes out, we ground the heel. We play with the stance of the back of that foot till we find what's comfortable. And we reach those fingers to opposite sides of the room. Relaxing the shoulders, drawing the belly in. Shoulders are stacked over the hips. Find your strength here, everyone. Deep breaths in through the body. Releasing any tension, even in the fingers or the toes. And find your peaceful warrior as we reach the right fingers up and back, lowering the left hand towards the shin, opening up the front side body. Take the gaze over if you'd like. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, coming back to our warrior two. Pressing back into the pinky toe edge of the back foot, we rotate and bring the forearm down to the top of the leg, reaching the arm directly up or maybe over the head as you come into our side angle. Maybe you place the hand down towards the ground or a block. Open up that chest. Rotate the chest toward the ceiling. Press into that back foot. Stay here for one more breath. Exhale, lower the hands. Ground down and step back into plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower the body. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Tuck the toes. Inhale, press up. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, bend the knees. Look forward towards the hands and step the feet up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. Arms come with you. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Beautiful work, everyone. One more time through our sequence. Let's inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step the right leg back. Find your warrior two right away. Ground the heel. Open up the toes and windmill the arms open. Reaching out to opposite sides of the room. Drawing the lower belly in. Everybody, are you with me? Take a big breath in. Smile to yourself. You're doing awesome. Now lower the back arm, lift the front arm up and back as you find your peaceful warrior. Pressing down into the pinky toe edge of the back foot. Reach the fingers, inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, coming back to warrior two. Getting ready for our extended angle. You place the arm on top of the leg, making sure you're lifting the body away from the leg. Reach the arm over or directly up. Relax the shoulder away from the ear. Make space in the sides of the neck. Excellent work. Press into the big toe of the front foot. One more deep breath in. Exhale. Bring the hands down toward the ground. Lift the back heel and step back for plank. Inhale to shift forward. Exhale to lower the front body. Inhale into cobra. Exhale and lower. Tuck the toes, push up on an inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, bend the knees generously and step the feet up toward the hands. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Final round, final side. Step back with the left foot. Open the toes, ground the heel, and windmill the arms open for your warrior two. Front knee over the ankle. We find our strength in this posture. We reach out to all of our possibilities, extending through the fingers, relaxing those shoulders, keeping a stable mind, a stable heart, and breathe. From here, lower the back hand, reach the front arm up and over through the fingers. Find your peaceful warrior. Find your breath. One more big breath in. Coming back through center, we move to extended angle. Bringing the hand or the arm to the top of the thigh. We lift the left arm up and over or directly overhead. Reaching through the fingers, relax the shoulder down. Make space between the ear and the arm. Beautiful, reach. Big breath in, press into the front foot. Stay nice and stable as you can. One more big breath. Exhale, release the hands. Step back for plank. Final flow. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift the front body, cobra. Exhale, lower. Tuck the toes. Press back up on an inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, bend the knees generously. Exhale, step the feet up toward the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Press down into feet and rise all the way up. Big inhale. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Keeping the hands here. Close your eyes down for a moment if it feels natural and comfortable. Let's tap into the sound of our breath. Maybe noticing any changes in the quality of our breath, in the temperature of the air. Noticing any changes in our energy. Any sensations, maybe feeling the beating of the heart. Release the hands. We're going to come into a little bit of balance practice here. So in our mountain pose, we're going to begin to bring the weight into the left foot. Bending the left knee a little bit for a micro bend. We inhale and lift the right knee. Hands can stay on hips. Now from here, I want you to make sure that your hips are not shifting out of squareness. So I'm going to come to face you. You don't want to be leaning over to one side. You want the hips to be square. You can use a wall or a chair for support. Now don't look at me because you want your balance. So look at something stable and breathe. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale. Begin to rotate the ankle one way and then the other way. Building strength in our leg here. Let's take a moment to open up the toes. Can you open your toes? Spread the toes wide. And then point the toes down. One more time. Spread the toes wide. Point the toes down. Now final phase, we'll raise the arms up overhead. Find ourselves in a one-legged Tadasana, mountain pose. And if you'd like, you can extend that leg and press the heel away. Keeping a nice long front body, nice and tall, reaching through the crown of the head. We press the heel, inhale and hold for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Release it down. Excellent work. Shake it out. Coming to the other side, we find our Tadasana again to ground down. Begin to bend into that right leg, bring the weight to the right foot, and lift the left knee up. Every side is different, so if you need assistance with a wall or a chair for balance support, please feel free, okay? Now from here, you can reach the arms up overhead if you're ready. Keeping the hips square, we'll rotate the ankle one way, and then the opposite way. Relax those shoulders. Stand up nice and tall, and then open up those toes. Spread the toes wide. That feels awkward, doesn't it? Now point the toes down. One more time. Spreading the toes wide. Well, it feels awkward to me. Hopefully not for you. And point the toes down. Good. Now from here, you can keep the knee bent, or you can begin to extend the leg forward. You can also keep the toe down, okay? It's just balance practice. We just practice. No ego, no worries, okay? If you fall out, come back, press the heel away, stand up tall. Let's all take one more big breath in and hold for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Relax it down. Shake that out. Nice work, everybody. All right, let's come down to the ground. We'll inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale to fold. Inhale for a halfway lift. One more time. Exhale and fold. Step the right leg back and lower the knee. And step the left leg back and lower the knee. We're going to extend our legs in front of us. Beginning to bring the breath back down and bringing the energy back down. We'll lengthen the right leg, bend the left knee, and let's place the left foot to the outside of the right thigh. Just coming in for a seated twist. Bring those toes towards the face as you flex the bottom foot. Hug the knee into the chest, and then take your left hand behind you and begin to twist toward the left. Grounding down, we lift up through the crown of the head. As you inhale, lengthen up. As you exhale, deepen the twist. One more big breath in. Exhale, release, coming back to center. We'll lift the sole of the foot and place it to the inside of the right thigh. Now shimmy your hips a bit here to ground down in your sits bones. You can use a cushion or a block underneath your spine. We're going to come in for a little forward fold. So as you're ready, if you'd like, you can reach the arms up overhead and then gently just bring the hands down either towards the shin, towards the ankle, or towards the toe. If you'd like to remain lifted up, you can just place your hands to either side and lengthen up along the spine. Or you can go ahead and begin to fold the front body forward. Now try not to round the spine here. We want to push the chest and the heart towards the toes. Keep that tailbone lengthening down behind you, reaching the forehead toward those toes. Feeling the stretch in the back of the leg, we breathe into any tension and release it. Now for the final few breaths, I invite you here to just let go and round the spine. Maybe drop the nose down, drop the chin, drop the head. Feel how this changes the movement, how it changes the posture. And find a few relaxing breaths in stillness. As you're ready, you can rise back up. We'll switch to the other side, extending the left leg long. We bend the right leg, place the sole of the foot to the outside of the thigh. Let's hug that leg towards the chest. Swim the right hands behind. Inhale to lengthen up and exhale to twist. With each breath, as you inhale, feel your spine lengthen. And as you exhale, maybe you deepen the twist. Again, no pain, just some gentle tension. Using the breath to relax any areas of the body. One more big breath in. Exhale, deepen the twist. Inhale. Exhale, come back to center. We'll take the sole of that foot and place it to the inside of the thigh, opening the knee up toward the right. Let's adjust our seat so we can sit up nice and tall, maybe inhaling to lengthen the arms up. And exhaling to fold the body forward, reaching for the ankle, the shin, the toes. If it doesn't even reach or come close, it is A-okay. Let's see if we can reach the forehead towards the toes to keep the back nice and long. And if you'd rather stay lifted sitting up here, no problem. It's your choice, your practice. Feeling the active stretch in the back of the hamstring. Let's breathe into that area. And then for a few final breaths, let's just allow the head to drop and the upper back to round. Taking it nice and easy. As you're ready, you can rise on back up. We're going to come into our final relaxation and meditation portion of the class. So if you would prefer to stay seated, you can find yourself in an easy seat up on a cushion. You can sit back on your heels. You can come down with me into corpse pose, Shavasana. So finding a comfortable spot on your back with your knees bent or your legs lengthened out. You can place a blanket or a cushion to your lower back or behind your neck. And this time, as we come into our final relaxation portion of the class, is one of the most important elements of our practice. To really be able to relax and release helps our body to restore energy and vitality. It helps us to repair our muscles and tissues. So really take this time to give yourself the gift of relaxation, the gift of self-care. Releasing tension from any areas of the body. As you breathe in deep, maybe visualizing the tension releasing from your feet and from your shins. Relaxing your knees open. Your belly softens and your hips just relax. Feeling your shoulder blades melt into the earth. Relax your jaw. Maybe part your lips a little bit. Close your eyes down if that feels good. And if you would like, we're going to do a few rounds of that counting breath that we did in the beginning of class. So you can join me on an inhale, we're going to count to 5, and exhale to a count of 5. Beginning now, inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2. Now quietly to yourself. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And one more round, all to you. Everybody take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it all out. Allow your breath to come back to neutral, to come back to a natural pattern. Noticing any changes of energy in your body. Maybe taking a moment to notice if you feel any different than you did at the beginning of our practice. You can remain in Shavasana for as long as you'd like. If you'd like, you can begin to bring some gentle movement to awaken the body by wriggling the toes and fingers. Maybe bringing some bigger breaths into the body, rotating the ankles and the wrists. Maybe reaching the arms up overhead for a big stretch. Lengthening the whole body, taking a big inhale. And then drawing the knees in and giving yourself a hug. We squeeze those knees and really rock side to side, massaging the lower back. Come to rest to one side. And you can keep your eyes closed if it feels good for you. Using the hands to press up to a seat. Let's move really slowly here. Coming to a seat, we lengthen up along the spine. Let's take a big breath in. Exhale, open the eyes. Welcome back. And we'll share one final breath together. Inhale, reaching the arms up overhead. Bringing the palms together and drawing it down through heart center. Now open your hands and bring your hands to your heart. All that energy that you created, visualize yourself maintaining that beautiful stillness, that peace, that strength. And bring your palms back together. Take a deep bow and say namaste.